It seems like it's been a long time since I came to the city center. Today I decided to take a stroll downtown because today is an important traditional Chinese festival, the Dragon Boat Festival. And I heard there will be exciting dragon boat races here today. I decided to step out of my house for a walk. Stepping out of the subway station, I could already feel the festive atmosphere. An endless stream of people surged in one direction, and many vendors gathered here, all selling festival-related souvenirs. Many parents brought their children to sell souvenirs, but making money wasn't their purpose. Their goal was to exercise the children's social skills and business sense. With high temperatures and humid weather, the feeling isn't actually very pleasant. Over here by the roadside, someone is burning yellow paper. Generally, this kind of behavior is for paying respects. The Dragon Boat Festival itself is also meant to commemorate a famous Chinese poet and politician from over 2,000 years ago. There were truly too many people who wanted to come and watch the dragon boat races today. And the roads were extremely crowded. But there was no chaos. Driving out on a holiday like this is definitely a disaster. The traffic at this intersection is moving extremely slowly. These are souvenirs made of wheat straw, all handcrafted. Each one has a unique meaning and contains spices inside. They sell for 8 yuan each or 15 for 2. They look very exquisite. I usually don't come out on holidays because I don't like places with too many people. But sometimes you have to go out for a walk and interact with others. Otherwise, problems will arise. If you travel to China, unless you like it or want to experience this crowded, lively, festive atmosphere, it's not recommended to go out sightseeing during any holiday breaks, as the excessive crowds will make your experience quite poor. Let's keep moving forward. We're about to reach the venue for the dragon boat races. Here, you can already hear the continuous sound of firecrackers. On the right are the staff responsible for maintaining crowd order, and they are grabbing a quick lunch. They are usually not police officers, but security guards or police academy students. The Riverside seems to be surrounded by people. But do you think this is all? Actually, even more people will arrive around 2 p.m. It's not even 12 o'clock yet. Also, many people have already finished watching the morning activities and left. When we were kids, we used to make these little windmills by hand ourselves. The view from this side is relatively poor because the green belt blocks the way, making it hard to get a good look at the middle of the river. Although this is completely in the city center, amidst the modern high-rise buildings, it still retains traditional architecture with strong Lingnan characteristics. The overall landscape design is also in the classic Chinese style, very beautiful. This spot is very good, offering a great view of the river, so a large number of spectators are lingering here. I think it will be hard for me to find a spot here. Let's keep moving forward. There are far fewer people in this area, but I'm not very tall, so even though there aren't many people here, I still can see what's going on in front. After waiting for over 10 minutes, someone finally left, so I stepped up to the front row and could finally see clearly. It's not time for the dragon boat race yet. The race doesn't start until 3 p.m. and it's only 12:30 now. Some trash is floating on the surface of the river. Most people wouldn't throw garbage into the river, but there are still a few who don't have this good habit, which is very bad. These dragon boats are really long. A rough estimate puts them at about 30 meters. These dragon boats are not used for racing. According to local rules, the people paddling on the boats can only be locals, and most of the locals are very wealthy. In the process of urbanization, this place transformed from a rural village into a modern city, and all the locals received hefty compensation, including modern residential homes and millions, or even tens of millions of RMB in payouts. Firecrackers were set off for several hours in the morning, staining the river water a slight tint of red. But as the river flows, I think the water will return to its original color in a little while. The dragon boat activity started as early as 8 a.m. this morning. I heard there were over 200 dragon boats in this river in the morning, but I was too far away, so I didn't come. This boat must be training. A boat of this length is the one actually used for normal races. They made a U-turn here, which looks quite simple, but it must have taken many training sessions to be so proficient. Another very long dragon boat has arrived. It looks like this boat wants to dock. Let's see how it pulls into shore. Cleaners are constantly shuttling on the water, scooping up trash from the river surface. The river water has also long since returned to its original color, no longer the red it was before. These two boats are the dragon boats that finished the large-scale celebration activities this morning. It seems they want to park the boats on this side. Completing this task with only 3 people seems like it should be quite difficult. Let's see how they do it. After trying for 2 minutes, they finally succeeded. However, at this moment, we also received some bad news. The people on the boat told us that the 3 p.m. dragon boat race will be held on the other side of the bridge to the right. The activities at this location have already ended this morning and will not be held again in the afternoon. This is truly terrible news. Life is truly full of unexpected surprises everywhere. Arriving at the correct location for the dragon boat race, you can see that there is no longer any spot where I can watch the race. The massive crowds are truly arriving just now. I decided to give up the idea of watching the race and just go eat lunch instead. After struggling to walk through the crowded throng for over 10 minutes, I finally made it back to the main street. It was so exhausting. I bought a watermelon popsicle, which exuded an enticing, icy chill. I hadn't eaten anything in the morning or at noon, and today's weather was humid and scorching, which felt very uncomfortable. Taking a bite of the popsicle now feels so good. Look across the street. There are even more people heading to the dragon boat race venue than in the morning, because the dragon boat race is about to start. However, it's a pity that they will definitely return disappointed, just like me. I walked into a Xinjiang-style restaurant to see what there was to eat. I just scanned the QR code with my phone to order. This is the city center area. You can see that the prices here are almost double those where I live. If you live in this area without a high salary, it's impossible for an ordinary person to survive. Here, the daily living expenses are more than double those of the place where I currently live. This is today's lunch: beef and tomato soup noodles. It looks great, smells delicious, and the portion of noodles is enough to fill me up. The tomato soup has a slightly sour taste that really stimulates the appetite. If you have the chance, you must try this dish. After eating the noodles and coming out, it had already started raining outside. Today's rain came in bursts. Fortunately, it looked like most people had brought umbrellas. The rain suddenly got very heavy, so I decided to duck into a nearby shop to take shelter. I just wanted to film the scenery outside while it was raining. Two girls suddenly came in and stood in front of me for a long time. Walking into a massive underground pedestrian passage, you can see that the space is very wide. There are some water stains on the floor, but it is very clean. However, this underground passage is really too big. If you are not a local without looking at a map, you wouldn't know where you'd end up exiting. After the heavy rain, the sky became exceptionally clear. Visibility was very high, and the whole city became even more beautiful. I'm leaving here the day after tomorrow. I don't know if I'll ever come back, but I think I will miss this place.